Oh, right, that was strange. What the delay? It took forever for it to start. So I think I'm started now. I'm just going to make sure that we are on. All right, looks like it is. Looks like it's working. Just let me refresh my video here and off we go. All right, so this is a new time for me. New day, new time. My name is Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario. So thank you for joining me today. It is one of those days, so hopefully I can't tell if this is working. So if you're here with me, let me know. Let me know if you're here and if this is working. Seems to be. Okay. So, how are you guys today? It has been one of those days. You know, one of those days that you have everything on your list and you have a plan of attack for your day. And then you get to your end of your day or the end of your work day and nothing on that list is done. That's been my day today. So if I'm a little frazzled tonight, that's why. But I did want to jump on here and we're going to make this card. So Father's Day is coming up. This could be good for a masculine birthday as well. I hope you guys enjoy it. We are going to be using new items that will go live in a few weeks, or not even, maybe what? Oh, less than 2 weeks now, or I guess 2 weeks. It'll be June 4th. The new catalog goes live, or June 3rd, sorry. Oh, told you my brain was out of it. So with the new catalog going live, we have some new product to play with. So I did a card on the weekend using this one. We're going to do another one today. So this is the Beautiful World stamp set. This is part of a suite. So within the suite, you have this gorgeous DSP, which is right here. And I went through this in detail in my video on Sunday. So if you want to see more, the paper more close up, I guess, then check out my Sunday video. But it is gorgeous. So it comes with the DSP. We're going to be using a piece of that today to make our card. It comes with a die that has both these shapes as well as some other shapes in it. I don't have the dies set with me here, but I did show it on the weekend again. It has this amazing ribbon here. That is just gorgeous to work with and gorgeous to tie. So love it. Early Espresso. So, and yes, you can use ribbon on masculine cards. So we're going to be doing that today. And what else does it come with? It comes with some really cool embellishments, which I don't have yet, but I will be purchasing. Some Memories and More pack and some really amazing brass foil paper. Okay, so anyway, let's get started on today's card. So let me move all of this stuff out of the way. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is just gorgeous outside. It is sunny, it is bright, it is warm. I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to start by making this. So as you can see, I've made it kind of aged looking. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'll go through the supplies that we need. So we're using a piece of crumb cake. Okay, this is just a regular cardstock cut in half. So it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded in. Okay, we have a piece of Early Espresso, and this is for your back layer. And this one is, what did I do this one at? I don't recall. It is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, and we're gonna age that. We're gonna rip it up a little bit later. You'll see that. Here's a piece of the DSP. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're gonna be stamping on that. The other thing that we have is a piece of Very Vanilla cardstock, and that's for the inside of it, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'll put all the measurements for this in the I'll edit the video once I get it posted, and I'll put all the measurements for the card and all the supplies in the bottom. I'll also give you a link to my blog that has all the information as well. The other thing that I did was I took the, oh my goodness, which ones are these? Let me just find them really quickly. So here's the dies that you can look at. Those are gorgeous. I think it's the Well Written. No, I get them all mixed up. It's the Word Wishes dies. So I took the Word Wishes dies and I put some adhesive paper on the back, which will be available in the new catalog. I'm so excited that we brought it back. I hoarded this stuff in the last catalog. It just makes attaching these a lot easier. So I just put the adhesive on the back, die cut it, and we'll pop those out when we're ready to go. All right, so let's get started with our stamping. So I am going to be using Early Espresso, okay, and I am going to be stamping just a random pattern of the feathers and the compass on the DSP. And I did recently ink up my Early Espresso, so it is really strong. So I am going to be stamping off. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot of stamping off. I'm actually going to start with the feather. So I'm stamping off just because I want it to look aged on the back. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to look new, okay? So stamping off just takes, you know, you're just basically stamping on a scrap piece of paper. You want your feathers and that just to be random. We're just making a nice random, ooh, that one's a bit dark. Nice random pattern. Can go in all different directions. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no right way. Just kind of, oh, that one's dark too. You just kind of stick it wherever. Okay. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. You're enjoying the sun. All right, we're gonna move that over there, and then we're gonna fill in some of the holes with the compass. Again, stamp off at least twice. It depends. If you want your background to be a little bit more vibrant, then you don't have to stamp off. I want it to be faded, so I want it to look like old paper, really. All right, and make sure you don't put your hand in there, because that's something I would do in your big mess. And then I get ink all over the place. So actually, while we have the stamp pad out, then we might as well stamp our inside of our card. I'm just going to use the sentiment, you make the world a better place. It would help if I had put it on straight. So you can see how I line up. So I will line this up straight using the grids. That looks straight. I'm not right over top of it, but hopefully that is straight. And then I'll just put my, of course, I'll do it the right way around. I did warn you about my brain right now. And then I just put my thing down on it, my block. Okay, so then I'm just going to ink up. Again, mine is really, really juicy, so I don't want to push too hard. Push it down, straight up, and there we go. Okay, so we'll just put this off to the side, and I will close up the ink pad, because an open ink pad on my desk with me is a recipe for disaster. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to rip it. Okay, so I'm just going to nicely rip. Okay, just randomly. You don't want it to go too far into your card, but you don't want it to be straight lines. You want it to look old, aged, okay, kind of like me, old and aged. I hate ripping up DSP. It makes me sad, but oh well, it just means I can buy some more, right? That's how this works. All right. So we just keep ripping it all the way around. We want it to look, you know those old books that you see in movies where, you know, they uncover them in treasures, and that's kind of the look we're going for. It's just old paper. That's what we're looking for. All right. And don't worry about the white, because you'll see what I'm going to do in a second. But we're just going to finish ripping everywhere, making a big mess, because I like making messes. I don't like cleaning them up, but I like making messes. I will clean it up though, because it'll drive me crazy looking at this. Yeah, and we're just keep on ripping. You can get some of your day's frustrations out by ripping paper. Oops, that's went in a bit high, but that's okay. All right, so that's one done. So I will clean this all up and I will put it into my bin. And then we're going to take our Early Espresso layer and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to rip. Okay, I should have done one of these off because you really don't need to see me sitting here ripping two pieces, but that's okay. It gives me a chance to talk with you. So who's excited about the new catalog coming? If you live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, and you would like to get your hands on a catalog, let me know. Contact me. I can send you one. I have received my extra ones in the mail, so I'm getting my packages ready to go out to my customers, so I can throw one in for you as well. So do contact me if you're interested. If you do have a demonstrator, then contact your demonstrator, and he or she shall have some to give to you. All right. So we're just going to continue ripping. We're almost done. Yeah, you guys are quiet today. Nobody's commenting. All right. So there we are. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our Early Espresso back in and our sponge dauber, and we're just going to sponge along the edges. Now it doesn't make a huge difference on the Early Espresso. You guys probably won't see it. You will see it in person. Basically I'm just making it look a little dirty because who doesn't like dirty? It just adds a little bit to the aged thing. I'll be a lot more careful on the DSP. And for those of you that don't know what DSP stands for, DSP is Designer Series Paper. And that is our pattern paper that we use. Now you do want to make sure that you have scrap underneath here because again, you are getting some ink everywhere. All right. So there we go. There's one. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing to our DSP that we stamped on. Okay, so this is where we want to hide this white in here. So I don't want a lot of ink on here, so I'm going to come off and I'm going to just come in circles. And you can't take the ink off, so you don't want to put too much on at once. You just want to slowly apply it. You can always put more ink on, but you can't take it off. Okay. Now I wasn't as careful on here because, and you'll see why, because you're not going to see much of it, and plus it's dark on dark, so you don't see it. All right, so again, just ink up, ink dab off, and then start in circles and bring it on. And I'm just going along the edges. I will do more than just the edges in time. I'm just going to go around the edges first. Okay. Dab off, circles, and bring it onto the card. And I'm not pushing hard. I'm very, very lightly. If I push hard, I would get a circle, and I don't want that on my card, okay? So don't push hard. Just do it nice and light and bring it around in circles. Okay. And it doesn't have to be even because your paper is going to age and weather a bit differently. Okay, and then I'm just going to do some more shading. Just see how I put it too dark there? That's okay. I'll blend it in. So I'm just adding, and this, all this does is it makes it look distressed and aged and makes it look old. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to do the same thing to the inside. Okay. Now again, off the paper and just lightly bring it around. I don't need to do a lot. I don't need a lot of color on the inside. We do want to leave space for you to write a note to whoever you're sending this to. So you don't need to cover the whole thing, but just lightly around the edge. We're almost done. There we are. Okay, and then I am going to come in a little bit more. I'm not going to re-ink. I'm just going to do it nice and light. I'm just pulling a little bit more out. Okay, so I have a dark border and much lighter coming into the middle. There you go. All right, so again, I'm going to put the ink away because opening pads and me are a disaster waiting to happen, and we are ready to put our card together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to find my liquid glue, okay, and I'm going to adhere these two layers together. So I know I can't believe I'm not using the shiny side, but I love this DSP. I love both sides. Like, this paper is just beautiful. It's stunning. All right. And it's great for any of those masculine birthday, anniversary, thank you cards, anything masculine you need to do. Okay. So that's done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put I am going to put a ribbon around. So how I adhere my ribbon, I'm cheap, so I don't like to use, okay, frugal. I guess frugal is a better. I'd rather save my, oops, I just took this out. I'd rather save my money to buy more stuff than to waste. So I'm going to put, I want the ribbon to go on the left-hand side. So I'm going to put a glue dot here. These are our mini glue dots. And I'm going to put another glue dot down here. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my edge of my ribbon. I'm going to stick it in my glue dot. I am going to push this over. Okay. Make sure it's straight how I want it. And turn it back over and push it into the glue dot again. And then I can trim. Okay, and this way I don't waste a lot of ribbon. All right, so there you are. And now we're ready to adhere this to the front of our base. Okay, and once we get this on, then we're going to actually sponge around the outside. So I'm just going to glue this down. So this is a really easy, quick card to make. It doesn't take a lot, but it's really, I think it's cute anyway. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so then we are going to take our Early Espresso ink again, and we're just going to sponge around the edge of the front of the cardstock. And that, again, just make it look a little bit weathered. Okay, just a little dirty, a little aged. We don't need a lot of ink. We don't want some nice, clean cardstock when the rest of the card looks a little grungy. We want to just continue with that grunge look. So that's all we're doing. All right, so we're ready with that. Now we'll glue the inside sentiment in, and then the last thing we have to do is just place the Happy Father's Day. You could do Happy Father's Day, you could do Happy Birthday, you could do Happy Anniversary. Anything like that would work with this card. And then the sentiment is just nice and generic. All right, so I'm just going to take my Happy Father's Day here. I'm peeling off the back. So again, I put it on adhesive paper. So you're going to see it stick all over to me. Uh-oh, I lost my apostrophe. Oh, well. I won't be grammatically correct here. So I'm going to put Father's in the middle of the card. Get it off my finger. There we are. And then Happy at the top. Okay, so you can see how it is here. All I do is peel off this white backing and then it has adhesive. So when you have really fine stuff like this, adhesive paper makes it so much, adhesive sheets make it so much easier so you don't make a mess with your glue, because I am a messy gluer. So this makes it, I use these sheets all the time. All right. And then we just have one more word to put in and then we're done. Wow, this didn't take long at all. I guess I should have done this one on Sunday instead of waiting for today. I thought it might take longer, but okay. So my little dot in there didn't pop out, so I'm just going to take my pick tool. If you guys don't have one of these, this is a must-have in your craft room. It comes with a poke here, okay, where you can poke out little things. So you have those intricate dies. It can poke out all the little pieces there. You can turn it around and it has a spatula for picking up things. It also has the, it's like a adhesive, it's not really an adhesive, but it's sticky, so you can pick up embellishments and put them down where you want them. And then there is attachments that go with it. So there's a brush, so you can get out all the little parts of your dies. And then there's also this for embossing. Okay, and there's a fine tip and a bigger tip. So this is an amazing tool to have in your craft room. It's a must-have. I use mine constantly. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this card with me today. It was a quick one, and then I hope you'll join me every Wednesday, and we'll craft together on Hump Day. So I hope you have a great day. Next week I'll be able to show you the catalog, I think, if I'm getting my dates correct. Maybe not. I can't show you the catalog until it goes live, and then I'm allowed to show you the inside of the catalog, and we'll go through some of the stuff that's in there because it is amazing. So I will put all the directions at the bottom of this post, and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.